set us going. And,
Okay.
Marie, you've been here a week.
Yes.
Just about exactly. Yeah, so how do you feel now?
This has been the most amazing experience to be here. For one thing, the island is quiet, so it's made it very, very relaxing.
And how do you think next week is going to be different for you compared to the week before you came?
Well, coming back home, I think, is where I have to maintain focus, because there's a lot of demands on my time as soon as I come back, because now I've been gone. Actually, I left on the 16th from home, and this is now the 24th. So I've been gone. By the time I get back, I'll have been gone for over 10 days. And that's the longest I've ever been away from home since my children have been born. So this is just staying focused on what's important and not just a lot of commotion.
So is there one particular thing that you've taken away, that your new habit, if you want to call it that you're going to put in place?
Yes. Well, I think more than one. One, I will reinstitute the morning walk, because I really enjoyed the sunrise walks. That's something that I had been doing up until about 2 years ago. So reinstituting that was very good, and a good way to start the day in a nice positive way. And another piece is being more mindful about food choices.
Okay.
I noticed that once we started to have very healthy food here, and that was from the beginning. Even when we went out on an excursion, I was more careful about what I ate and what I chose from the menu.
Okay. Now, I need to explain that you actually came from Michigan to here in the Canary Islands, which is all the way across the Atlantic, and there's a fair bit of travel involved in all of that.
Just a
So obviously we're delighted to see you here. Thank you for coming. Is it worth going that far for something like this?
I think so. I think the distance makes it even more interesting. When I was getting ready to leave on the 16th, I realized I'll be in 4 countries on 3 continents and halfway across the globe by the time I actually arrive. And that makes it more interesting for me, one, because of all the different nationalities and the people that you get to see, but the other part of it is even just looking at the night sky. The sky is different here.
Yeah.
Everything's different, so it really it actually made me feel more open to trying new things, because everything was so different already.
Now, you're also a TIR student.
Yes.
And so when did you start the TIR program?
I was pulling out my book because I just finished this, and at the end you do a reevaluation. And what I realized was on day 1, it said December 22nd. However, it really wasn't December 22nd because of mailing time. I had really started TIR on the 16th of December in 2017. And it was exactly 90 days later when I was leaving from Toronto to fly here. So within 90 days from starting the Thinking into Results, I was on a plane to come halfway across the world.
And at the time when you started this, you had no idea that that was even a possibility?
No, absolutely not. The only thing I was thinking of is, maybe I'll take a trip to Barcelona and go for 3 or 4 days with some friends, or a little Mediterranean cruise, but it wasn't anything substantial. And at that time I couldn't even think of how I would be gone for more than 5 days.
Yeah.
And one of the things that was frustrating with the cruises is I kept thinking, well, the really good ones are 10, 11 days. How could I possibly leave just for my own personal reasons for 10 days without my children and all my other responsibilities? And then I ended up 90 days later coming here for almost 11 days, and
you made it work.
Yes, absolutely. And for a learning experience, not just a sit on a cruise ship type of experience.
What about the people you met this time?
Oh, fantastic. Much better than when I've traveled on my own going to resorts, because I have traveled alone for 2 or 3, maybe 4 days to take a vacation on my own. but it was very lonely because it was just me by myself and not really anybody to talk to. And then coming here, I met so many people and very interesting different backgrounds, and all very open and receptive to sharing ideas and strategies, and not just for business but for different health strategies as well.
So you felt comfortable opening up a little bit to people?
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. And what about the accommodation?
Very nice, very nice. And I liked that it was very modern. It's opposite of anything I would ever picked for my own home. So that was another thing that kind of got me out of a rut. Mm-hmm. It was nothing like what I would pick for myself. I usually have a lot more traditional style, and this is much more modern, and I mean extremely modern, but very nice. Very nice.
Okay. And what about the island of Fuerteventura? We live here, so we are excited about it. We still love it. Did you find anything special about it? What would you say to people who asked you, what's the island like?
I thought that it was breathtakingly quiet, especially since the villa we were staying in is in the rural area. Mm-hmm. I was expecting to hear a lot of chickens and birds in the morning, and I didn't hear that at all. That was very nice. But the pace is completely different. So it's quieter, and the day goes quickly. Even though the pace is slow, it's not hectic. And very easy to catch your breath and actually focus and have some time for reflecting and thinking, where I feel like when I'm at home, there's just so many things going on that it's like your head's in a washing machine.
we call it Fuerte Balance. So we were talking about the balance between mind, body, spirit. Did you feel a balance, or did you get a sense that you can balance your life better? Was that a good word?
Yes, I liked that because I could see areas where I was completely one way or another. So it was high on one and low on another. So very, very busy working, very, very low on taking care of my health physically and from a nutrition standpoint. So I felt like this made me more conscious of that.
Who do you think it would be a good thing for?
I think this is a good thing for professionals who either are starting a new business or in a business that they want to grow, because it's very easy to become completely wonky and out of balance when you're doing that sort of thing, and you forget about the sleep, you forget about the nutrition, you forget about taking time for exercise, taking time for community, whether that community is your family or your friends. Everything is really focused more on work.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Maria.
Thank you. This has been fantastic.
Thank you.
Even though I'm scared of the chipmunks at the volcano.
I wasn't going to go